What's up everybody, it's me Sergio with Mobility Direct. Welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a first look at the brand new Golden Technologies Buzzaround LT in the four-wheel configuration with the new MicroTurn technology. For those of you who aren't aware of what that is, basically this four-wheel scooter turns as sharp as a three-wheel scooter, making it the most lightweight four-wheel mobility scooter with the sharpest turning radius that Golden Technologies offers. Buzzarounds are awesome. They've been around for decades. They're some of our top-selling scooters. And if you want to learn more about this, make sure you stay tuned to the very end because I'm going to tell you all about it. And we also have a free catalog that you can order. So if you'd prefer to just get a copy of our free product catalog, you can learn all about our latest products, get discount codes, claim a copy. Like I said, it's free. Go to our website, mobilitydirect.com. Click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog. Fill out the simple short form that you're going to see on the screen, and you'll get it in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. You could also just call us with the number below. Give us your address. We'll process that request for you. So let's dive right into things. Like I said, this is a brand new model. We literally just got it. It's been sitting in the box here with some pallet straps. You will need some space to take this out of the box, so let's go ahead and get started. I've got a little box cutter here and I'm just cutting the pallet straps. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the wrap. It's like a pink wrap that goes all the way around it. Cut it carefully. All right, now when you're opening your box, try not to mangle it too much because in case you need to return it, you never know. Sometimes there might be an issue, you don't like it. Whatever the case may be, you want to keep your packaging, and that's pretty much with all, expensive items that you're paying for. Although I would like to mention that this is one of the most affordable, travel-friendly mobility scooters on the market. So if you need something that's going to give you a good value for the price, the Buzzaround LT has been the most affordable option since they released it. It's the entry-level price point mobility scooter made by a brand you can trust. Golden's so confident in their products that they include not only the best industry-leading warranty, but a 1-year in-home repair plan for free. So if something does go wrong, as long as it's a warranty-approved claim, you give us a call, we dispatch a technician to your home to take care of the issue within the first year for free. Now right away, you notice that there's a big Ziploc bag with a paper that says, important. Batteries must be charged immediately after purchase for 12 hours prior to use. Failure to keep the batteries charged will cause permanent damage and void the warranty. So you definitely want to throw it on the charger and take the time to read the user manual in its entirety. This user manual is going to teach you everything you need to know about not only setting it up, but maintaining it, okay? Just like any vehicle, you need to do some maintenance every once in a while. And the most important thing is to charge your batteries regularly. You got yourself a set of keys here, a spare key comes with it, and a nut and a bolt here that's going to be used to secure the seat post to the frame. I'll show you how that's done. Let's go ahead and continue to unbox everything. Pretty nice packaging here. If you come up close, you'll see that the styrofoam packaging is very, very well laid out and thought of. They take advantage of every inch that they can in here, and everything is very well protected. So I'm taking the armrests out first. These are kind of clunky, oddly shaped things that I like to get out of the way first. You've got your seat post. This is actually what attaches to the frame, and your seat sits right in that little hole there. We also have a hitch receiver bracket if you want to have a hitch receiver to put a rear cage style basket or an oxygen tank holder, walker holder, cane holder. You can get tons of different accessories that fit into that ports. It's kind of like a hitch on a truck. You just plug those accessories right in there. It's a 1-inch square. You also have blue panels. So it's going to come with the red panels pre-installed, but you could swap them out depending on your preference, whatever color you're into. So you've got the blue colored panels here, free of charge, red and blue. So you've got options, and that's pretty nice. Here's the charger, small little charger. It's a 24-volt charger. This has two 12-volt sealed lead-acid batteries. You plug this into the wall, and this end goes into the charging port. It's a 3-pin barrel connector. We'll show you how that works. We're definitely going to throw this on the charger for 12 hours. With every Golden scooter, you get a free visibility flag. We have probably 1,000 of these. in our warehouse. A lot of customers just choose not to take them when they buy the scooter, but hey, it's free. I know when I use this thing, my wife likes for me to have it. That way she doesn't lose me. I tend to get lost at the grocery store. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm gonna raise up the tiller, but to do that, you need to loosen up this adjustment knob here. And this adjustment knob is basically the knob that you use to lower, raise, or adjust the tilt angle of the handlebars, AKA the tiller. So this is the tiller tilt adjust knob. Once you loosen it and bring the tiller up, just retighten that knob so it stays put and it doesn't fall while you're trying to unbox everything else. Now what you're gonna see is on the right, you've got another piece of big styrofoam that has the basket in it. That's a pretty big basket. I think they increased the size of the basket. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't remember the basket being this big. So plenty of space there for goodies when you're going out, whether it's to a theme park, a mall, a grocery store. By the way, we have videos of all that. We don't just make product review videos, unboxing videos, and DIY repair videos. We make experience documentaries to show you what it's like to go to an airport, a cruise, a theme park, a mall, a restaurant, the movie theater. We show you what it's like to actually own one of these and what you could do with one instead of just being stuck at home. All right, so let's get back to it. This is the battery box, right? It has a handle. If you open this up, it's gonna have two 12-volt batteries inside. And you got a charging port here, which is convenient. So you could take the battery box off the scooter, leave the scooter in your trunk, bring this inside to your hotel, charge it overnight if you're on a vacation somewhere where you just want to leave the scooter in the trunk of your car, or if you're on a cruise. You can oftentimes leave the scooter in the hallway. Don't bring it into your cabin because it's pretty packed and not a lot of room in there, and just charge the battery. Okay, this little bubble thing is a button. It's a breaker reset button. So if you get hung up on a log or a root, or if you're just overworking the scooter and it overheats, it'll trip the breaker. So if your scooter's not turning on, usually it's because it has a dead battery or the breaker's been tripped. Just try and push that button. You might be able to turn it on. Little easy DIY tip for those of you that have a scooter that won't turn on. And this is another piece of styrofoam. I'm just gonna throw this to the side. And the only piece that's really left as a loose piece, aside from the actual base of the scooter, is the seat. Very comfortable seat for such a lightweight scooter. Really nice seat. Golden little logo or insignia there on the backrest. Let's go ahead and take the final pieces of packaging out and get ready to take this thing out. Now, you could obviously just pick the whole scooter up, but the base is pretty heavy. It's over 50 pounds. So if you're alone and you don't have the strength to lift it up and out of the box, I'm going to show you a little tip. Take out these corners. Grab your box cutter or knife, whatever you got, and cut the edges out here carefully. Don't damage the scooter, obviously. Okay, and if you do this, what you're doing is you're creating like a little opening for the scooter to just roll right out of the box. So, apologize for the mess. You are going to need to take this block out that the wheels kind of sit in. Grab the scooter from the back. There's a handle, and just roll it right out of the bag. That's what I like to do. Makes it a lot easier. You don't have to deadlift the whole scooter. You just roll it out. All right, so we're gonna clean up the set here and we'll be right back with you. All right, folks, so let's go ahead and start assembling this thing. Not much assembly required. The first thing I like to do is install the seat post. Now you're gonna see there's 3 holes. These 3 holes allow you to adjust the height at which the seat post sets at. So it's essentially adjusting the seat height. So if you want to start off in the middle, that's what I recommend. There's a middle hole, and that's what we're going to do. That's what we typically do with all of our scooters. And if a customer comes in and they feel like their feet aren't hitting the ground, they're hanging, dangling their feet, we lower it about a 1/2 inch. So you've got 3 1/2 inch increments to play with here to get that height that feels best for you or your customer. So there's a nut, a washer, and a bolt that comes in the same bag as the key. You're going to want to get that out. And we're going to come close here, okay, so you can see what we're doing. So basically, you've got a sleeve. This sleeve has 2 holes. The hole on this side is bigger than the hole on the other side. We're going to come around and show you the hole on the other side. It's much smaller. And The hole that's much smaller, you gotta pay attention because you want the bolt to go through the bigger hole, which is on the left side of the scooter. So I'm gonna lower the sleeve in. You're gonna see the holes line up here, and boom, there's the first hole. We're gonna keep going down. There's that second hole. We're gonna come in from the left side on the bigger hole and fish it through, okay? So just keep pushing. It's all the way through. Now we're gonna grab the washer and the nut. We're gonna put the washer in first. Once your washer is in, grab your nut, put the nut on, finger tight at first, and you're gonna wanna get some tools. You obviously need some tools. So we're gonna grab a hex bit, which is a 5/16, and that's gonna be used as the driver. And you need a socket set to go ahead and tighten all this up. So yeah, unfortunately you do need some tools. Not much though, that's really it. There's really just this and the hitch receiver. So you tighten this up all the way until it's real nice and snug. Okay, they don't give you a, you know, a rating, a foot-pound torque rating or anything like that, but just get it nice and tight because obviously this is a seat post and you want it to be nice and firm and not wiggle over time. As you're using your scooter, things can get loose and you want to go back every year or so and check for any loose nuts, bolts as a general best practice for anything like this, right? So we've got the seat post on. We can pop the battery box in place just like this. There's no tricks to it, no latches, nothing. It just drops right into place. Now I'm going to tell you that this scooter can hold 300 pounds and it's meant mainly for flat surfaces. You probably can go on grass and some compact dirt or maybe some mulch. Obviously, the heavier you are, the closer that you are to the 300-pound weight capacity, the worse it's gonna perform off-road. This is not a heavy-duty off-road scooter. This is meant for traveling, going to the mall, going to the grocery store, the doctor's office, and easily being able to fit it into the trunk of your car. The basket just slides on. There's a little bracket in the front. Line up the bracket with the grooves, and it just slides in. There's no screws, no tools, nothing. The seat, same thing. All you have to do is line up that male connector at the bottom of the seat in the middle, and there's a hole on the top of the seat post. All right, we're gonna come in closer with the camera as I show you. I'm gonna make the connection. I usually have the seat tilted forward so I can visualize the male connection, and then I just level out the seat until it falls into place. You have a rotation lever, and it locks into position. Several different positions here. You can go all the way backwards if you want so that you can be clear of the steering and the footboard. If you want to pull up to a table at a restaurant and just have the seat facing backwards so you can literally just have this as your seat at the dinner table or wherever you're eating. All right, so now we just have to put the armrests on. Now I'm going to try and push it forward, but wait, it's not going. Why? The brakes are locked. How do I unlock the brakes? Easy. There's a yellow lever back here, and this is to put the scooter's brake system in neutral. The scooter won't work if it's in neutral, but if you want to just push it around because your battery's not dead, in this case I haven't charged the battery, I don't want to turn it on really, and I wanted to show you that that's how you put it into neutral mode so you can freewheel it essentially. And now I'm going to put the armrests on. You got two armrests. They do flip up, and they are width adjustable. All you got to do is loosen up this hand screw here all the way, and then take the armrest, stick it into the sleeve here. If it doesn't go in, it's because you have to continue loosening this up. There you go. So now it's all the way loose. And I like to give myself about 1.5 inches, 2 inches between the seat and the armrest rail there, and then tighten it up. That's it. You just tighten it up with your hands. Over time, those do get loose. So you have to tighten them, just like anything. Like I was saying, especially if you're going on uneven terrain a lot, all that, you know, the bumpiness loosens things up. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and we're getting that much closer to being finished. I do want to take the time, folks, to tell you that at Mobility Direct, we don't just sell mobility scooters at the best prices, tax-free sales and free shipping. We also give back. Okay, we're on a mission to give back free mobility scooters to the disabled community, the less fortunate that can't afford them. A lot of the times we document these giveaways, these kind gestures. So if you want to be part of that movement, all you have to do is consider shopping with us at Mobility Direct or telling someone you know about our YouTube channel or our company. We have several stores that you can come and visit. Tell someone you know about us. Together we can make a difference, one mobility scooter at a time. There's a lot of folks out there that need scooters that can't afford them, and we try to give back as often as we can. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're about to do something epic to celebrate the fact that we just reached 100,000 subscribers. We're going to do one of the most charitable things we've ever done in the history of our business. So make sure you subscribe. You're not going to want to miss out on that event coming up very soon. All right, so here we have one other piece that we need to install. This is basically the hitch receiver. Basically, there's a nut already here that you have to loosen up and take this out all the way, put this through, there's a hole there, and then secure it back on. So you're gonna need a hex key, put this on, there is a receiver there with a hole, and then just push this through the hole so it goes through the sleeve and tighten it up. I'm going finger tight at first, as much as I can, because I don't have a driver with me, so I'm gonna do this manually. And then just tighten it up. Now you've got a functional hitch receiver for a rear cage style basket or any type of accessory that works with a 1-inch hitch receiver. All right, last but definitely not least, probably the most important step. I'm kidding, it's not, it's putting the safety flag on. So the safety flag is pretty straightforward. It breaks in two, I guess for when you're putting it in the trunk of a car, and you just connect it here with the little tube, a little coupling. There we go. And there's this little sleeve here on the backrest next to the pocket. And it's meant for that flag. Perfect size. It's like the size of a pen, that sleeve. So there you go. Your flag is going, you're going to wave that golden flag with pride. No pun intended. Okay, so we've got the flag in. We've got the scooter assembled. All right, folks. So last step, most important step, I think, is charging it. Get your charger. Always use the original charger. Even if you're buying a replacement, buy the OEM replacement. We sell OEM parts. You can give our parts department a call. I'm plugging this into an extension cord. I can't reach the wall while we're filming, but you can do the same, or you can plug it right into the wall. There's a 3-pin barrel connector. This is known as an XLR connector. Now there's a charging port on the scooter up high. You can plug it in there. Now, before I plug it in, I want you to see that the light on the charger is green. That means that the charger is on, but it's not charging. It's just letting you know it's powered on. When you plug it in, that light's going to turn red. See? It's already red. Now, when it's fully charged, it'll turn green again. And that's how you know it's fully charged. Remember, like the user manual says, charge it for 12 hours when you first get it to wake the battery up. It's been dormant. It's been sitting in a warehouse, in a truck for a long time. So you want to wake those batteries up. You're not going to get the full expected range the first few times you use it. As you start to break it in, it's going to experience a better and better range on a full charge. That's totally normal with all scooters. Now, this scooter is great. All day use at a theme park, no problem. Okay, it's going to last you all day long. And it's going to provide you with everything you need to make it a very travel-friendly model. Okay, the basket comes right off, no problem. You take the seat off, no problem. It takes no time at all. Pick straight up, remove the battery pack, and you can take this lever, pick up one hand on the seat post, and break it down even further. Loosen up this knob, bring this all the way down, and now you've got 5 very manageable pieces. The heaviest piece is going to weigh around 35 pounds. Now, if you want to see full specs, at the end of the video, I'll put them on the screen, but we are going to do a complete in-depth review. We're going to torture this thing, see what it's made of off-road, on hills, and show you all sorts of things about it. So make sure you subscribe if you really want to learn about it. This is more of a quick review, unboxing and assembly tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to just end it pretty much right here. I will tell you that if you have any questions at all, don't be shy. Leave a comment below. If you have any tech questions or suggestions, feedback, even if you just want to say, hey man, I really don't like what your beard looks like, you need a haircut, I'll take it. I reply to all the comments within 1 business day, and I apologize for looking disheveled. I have a 2-year-old baby and a wife that works full-time, so I just don't have the time to get haircuts as frequently or as often as I'd like. But I hope you're still enjoying the videos. I'm enjoying making them still as often as I can. I know I'm not as active making as many videos as I used to, but I'm doing the best that I can, and I appreciate your support. Now, before we go, I do need to show you just one more thing, maybe two. When you go to power this thing on for the first time, you remember what I said earlier? The scooter won't work if your braking system's in neutral. Yeah, come down here. Look, check it out, back here. See this neutral lever? Put it back into drive mode. Turn the key back on. No more beeping. And the scooter is working, okay, folks? So this is the most common issue that we get calls for. That and batteries going bad, okay? So charge your battery regularly as often as you use it. So if you use it every day, charge it every day. Never go more than 2 weeks without charging it. You always want to charge it even if you're not using it, just a little bit to keep that charge cycle active, okay? And again, make sure your brake lever is not in the neutral position. It's in the back position in drive mode. There's a little sticker there if you want to take a look really quick. That sticker is telling you that in the forward position, it's in neutral. You're getting that beep code. You have to power it down and then put it in drive, power it back on to basically get rid of that fault code. Now what's nice is that it has a fault code table in the user manual. So if you grab your user manual, this is loaded with tons of information, including a fault diagnosis and troubleshooting section on page 21. So if you go to page 21, you're gonna have a fault code table. And what does it say here? For fault code 5, which means 5 beeps. If you listen earlier, it was beeping 5 times and then pausing again 5 times. So 5 times means brake fault. The solution, the scooter is in freewheel mode. Engage the freewheel lever and restart the scooter. So keep your user manual, okay? If you want to take good care of your product and you want to know how to troubleshoot it, how to maintain it, keep your user manual. Don't throw it away. Read it all the way through and keep up with maintenance. Keep your scooter clean. A dirty scooter is not going to run well, okay? You want to take the tires off, clean the bearings every once in a while, clean the axles, and just make sure it's not dirty all the time, especially with moisture. That's going to build up rust. If you want to get the longest life out of your scooter, you want to stay away from moisture and humidity as best as you can. They can handle a little bit of light rain, unexpected rain, but if it is raining, you shouldn't deliberately go out there. You should always avoid rain whenever possible. Okay, so that's really it, folks. If you want to adjust the tiller, remember, loosen up that knob down there, bring it closer to you, and then tighten it back up. It's gonna lock into place. See, I'm about 6 foot tall, and I feel really comfortable in this thing, surprisingly. This is a really small, lightweight scooter. A lot of the times when I look at smaller, travel-friendly scooters, I feel cramped, but I've got a size 12 shoe, fits perfectly here. For those of you that have bigger feet, you've got the wheel wells that you can put your feet on, and I gotta say, I'm real comfortable here. The seat is super comfortable. You've got a decent amount of height on the backrest, supporting that lower back. The armrests do flip up, and when you're getting in and out, you can rotate it. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, so this again is the Buzzaround LT. The most impressive thing about it, right, with this new update is the turning radius. So we're going to demonstrate that for you real quick. All right, so first of all, I want to show you, look at the front tires here when I turn the wheel. The wheel on the front here is basically at a perpendicular angle to the frame. That's wild, okay? Most of the scooters that we have don't do that. If you're turning the wheel on most of the scooters like this Buzzaround Extreme, right? This is an older style, really awesome scooter, but when you turn it all the way, the wheel's not even close to being perpendicular at a 90-degree angle from the front. It's maybe at best 45-degree angles off from a perpendicular perfect 90. So on this one, literally perpendicular to the frame on the front and back side, right? So when you turn, I don't know how it works. The engineers really came up with something awesome. I'm not gonna bother to try and understand. I'm not an engineer, but I am gonna demonstrate for you what it's like to turn on this thing. So, and I'm just gonna cut the wheel at as hard as I can and show you with a 4-wheel scooter. Most of the time 4-wheel scooters do not have the best turning ability, but they're stable, more stable than a 3-wheel. 3-wheel scooters can tip over a lot easier, especially if you're going fast and you take a turn. Look at this. It's like I'm orbiting in place. Like the back two wheels are pretty much going nowhere. They're just staying there. And that's pretty awesome. Now something else that's pretty neat is the safety feature. When you're going full speed and you cut it to make a turn, it actually slows down for you. Even if your speed control knob's at the top speed setting. Check this out. Full speed, it just like slowed down before I started turning. And I didn't do anything. I had my throttle lever all the way back the whole time. So it will slow down when you're making a turn to prevent you from tipping over or falling off the scooter. Right? There's no scooter out there that's 100% guaranteed not to tip over. If you go fast and you take a tight turn and you lean the wrong way, you could tip over, you can fall out of the seat with any scooter. But the fact that they're going above and beyond to make that safety feature included at such an amazing price point is pretty awesome. Okay, now we're going to learn a lot more about this scooter in our next video coming up very soon. We're going to do the deep dive. Like I said, we're going to torture test it on hills, on grass, on gravel, see how it performs in real world situations. So stay tuned. And like I said, folks, if you have any questions at all, leave a comment. I'll personally respond to them. My name's Sergio with Mobility Direct. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, have a great day.